Obviously, we saw Solana futures, I think it was about a month ago now, coming to market. And maybe a couple of weeks afterwards or 3 weeks afterwards, we had the announcement that XRP futures would also be launched. Now, the difference is, of course, is that the gap between Bitcoin and Ether futures, for instance, was, I think, something like 2.5 years, 3 years, something like that. So we seem to be getting a quicker cadence. And the other thing is, of course, where we had the immediate launch of both a larger and micro, if I'm getting the terms wrong, forgive me, futures at the same time. So does that represent, a deliberate quickening of the cadence of the launch of these novel crypto assets on the CME?
Yeah, I think that, there's a couple things going on here, right? I mean, we've seen that crypto markets certainly maturing. They're becoming more resilient, more widely understood, right? And I think that, with that environment, there's a lot more clarity for us to, move at the appropriate speed with these new product launches, right? You think about where the development was when, the first Bitcoin futures were launched, that gap between futures and options, as you mentioned, just much wider than what we're seeing with subsequent launches when we launch Ether options and micro products, right? And I think as we get more and more clarity and the marketplace gets more and more developed, that timeline's compressing a little bit, right? But I think the most important thing from our perspective is that our position is like, we're only bringing products to market if it solves a real risk management need for clients. And, we want to make sure that, like, as a, regulated marketplace, we're, providing access to those most liquid, most accessible products, right? When you think about Solana, XRP, right? These are, providing access to the rest of the top five of market cap products, right? In addition to Bitcoin and Ether.